Everybody say hi to YouTube. Alright? Cool. Pog. Alright, sick. What is going on, everybody? It is your boy, Sleepy Riri, One Take Jake, the unedited Andy. We are back here for another funny YouTube video. Good to see you, gamers. Hi. Today we are talking about the Charizard 7-star Terra Raid event that is going on right the fuck now in your Pokemon games. If you don't know where to find that, or don't know what's going on, or even how to figure out what a Terra Raid is, you're gonna want to go into your menu, go into your Poke Portal. It's right there on your screen. You literally can't miss it. It's, you know what I mean? You can see it. Anyway, once you're here, you press the news button. You'll see what's happening in the Pokemon world, and one of the first things you will see is that Charizard is here for the first time in Paldea. You can catch Charizard. Charizard is now available in the Paldea region. This is going to be going on from now until the 4th. I know it says December 2nd to the 4th, but that is because that is midnight in Japan. Midnight in Japan, which is when it is December 2nd, is actually about 6 p.m. CST the day beforehand. This is happening from the 1st in the US to the 4th, and again from the 15th to the 18th. You only get one, and I mean one, Charizard per save file. If you want a shiny hunt, if you want more, if you want to give one to a friend, that's cool. You can Masuda method, or you can egg hatch, or whatever, but you only get one of this Charizard with the special title, and that's it. So if you get that one away, it is what it is. Now, if you have no idea how to beat the Charizard, it is okay. The gang and I here have you. Here is your explanation. Ideally for Charizard, because it hits hard, you're going to want 2 supports and 2 PBS, DPS. I'm not editing that out. You think I'm editing that out? Fuck no. Fuck no. You're going to want 2 support. You're going to want 2 DPS. The top 5 Pokemon for Charizard, in my opinion. There are differences, there are other things you can use. It does not mean, when I say this, it does not mean you cannot beat Charizard if you're doing this. I'm not saying that. I'm sure people are beating Charizard with fucking Torkoal or whatever. I don't care. But this, for me, is your top 5. I'll go to my box right now, and I'll show you what we have going on. My number 1 Pokemon for beating Charizard is Azumarill. Quite frankly, this is the only mon I didn't raise, because, respectfully, we already knew about Azumarill. We already knew Belly Drum and Play Rough was the strat. Maybe Aqua Ring if you're playing with randoms and you gotta keep yourself alive. But that's the build. Make sure it's attack-based. You know what to do. I'm not explaining Azumarill to you. The kind of unsung hero of this raid event is actually Blissey. I'm sure y'all probably already kind of knew or had an idea that Blissey might work, but Blissey is actually an incredible screen setter and has insane special defense, which, as you can see on Cerebi, shout to Cerebi, Cerebi will tell you that all of Charizard's moves, every last one of them bitches, are special, apparently. So Blissey's incredible special defense and high HP pool is incredible as a support for these raids. That's what I'm using. This is my moveset right here. I'm using Light Clay, so my screen is up longer. Screen is up for 8 turns instead of 5. The most I'm using is Dazzling Gleam if I must attack, if I must. Helping Hand to help my friends. Light Screen, the obvious choice to protect everybody from Charizard's attack. And of course, Life Dew to heal your team. Realistically, if you're playing support, if you're not playing the Azu, Belly Drum, Play Rough role, you're going to want to just set up screens, and then you're going to want to Life Dew first. What we're doing is actually, on my 4-stack, we have one person starting the match by sending a Thunder Wave out, and I send out Light Screen, and then, quite frankly, if you're support, you're just spamming Life Dew the entire time. The good thing is Blissey's ability Healer actually does activate during battle, so if Charizard burns you, it can actually go away with the healer chance. I don't know the percentage chance for healer, but healer's incredible. This is the best support mon for Charizard. I would say Azumarill, obviously best DPS. Other honorable mentions, Sylveon is incredible as well with the Pixelate ability, with things like Hyper Beam and things like Hyper Voice, also doing massive damage. You can build Sylveon to be bulky, you can build to be hyper offensive. I recommend Sylveon as the shield breaker on your team as opposed to your hard DPS. Sylveon just kind of spams fairy moves as fast as it can to get its Terrastalize so you can break Charizard's shield faster, because Charizard right now has the beefiest Terra shield in the game. So if you want to play the role of shield breaker and more of a different or off DPS or off damage role, that's your pick as well. My number 4 spot for best Pokemon for Charizard is actually Darkspun. Now, Darkspun isn't super great special defensively. However, Darkspun does in fact have a ability called, I'll show you this right now. Not this. There we go. Well-Baked Body. So Well-Baked Body is an ability that only Darkspun has, and this Pokemon takes no damage to Fire-type moves, and instead its defense stat is sharply boosted. So, Darkspun already has immunity from Dragon-type moves because it's Fairy, and now also gets rid of the rest of Charizard's move pool because of Well-Baked Body. So the only thing that can hit you with Darkspun is Hurricane, and you'll probably die to 3 hurricanes. I think if you max EV train, and by that I mean max train your special defense stat to the highest it can go, I think you live 2 hurricanes in a row, maybe 3. And if you're running Darkspun as this off DPS kind of support character, if you have a Blissey on your team, you shouldn't have to worry about healing at all. So Darkspun should be fine if you don't have a fucking Sylveon or a Blissey or an Azu. Darkspun's also a fine choice. The last one, and one I have not tried myself, is actually Fluttermane, the funny Paradox Pokemon. This is kind of a spoiler if you haven't played the game, but at this point, if you don't know what this is, it's kinda on you if you're doing Charizard raids anyway. This Pokemon's Ghost Fairy, so it resists a lot, does a lot of damage with Moonblast, and has incredible special defense at 325 for mine maxed out. The move pool is really variable, and I think it's fun to use. So if you don't have any of these and you're just like, I need any Pokemon to make this work, go down to Area 0, catch your ass to Fluttermane, make it work. There you go, easy clap. Those are your top 5, and I don't think right now, in about our 3 hours of testing live on stream at twitch.tv/SleepyRiri, smile, we've done anything better, but we have not missed yet. We haven't lost a Charizard raid yet, and the rewards are bussin'. Again, friendly reminder, Charizard is level 100 and has the highest stats of any Terra Raid mon, so if you don't bring a Pokemon that is at least level 100, you're probably not going to have a good time. I'll be honest with you right now. I don't want to lie and say, oh, you'll be fine if you're below 80. I don't know that you will. You don't need to EV train and IV train and make sure everything's perfect all the time. But at least before you go in there, make sure you have kind of an ideal mon, and make sure, for the love of God, please, they are level 100. But I think that's it. I'm pretty sure we covered everything. If I didn't cover everything, there's a full VOD of me and my friends beating the shit out of Charizard for like 3 hours straight on, again, you know, twitch.tv/SleepyRiri. I'll also probably be doing it live for a couple days. The event happens a million different times, so if you want to see it live in action, I'm there too. But that's it for me. I'm out. Goodbye.